kind of like that aspect. The vertigo and all the craziness you get.
The Enrichment Center
Poyo, you should not play Antichamber then. I don't know if it does specifically vertigo. Well, it does do some vertigo stuff.
The Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
The floor here will kill you. Sewage water always bad. Water in games is generally bad. There was a time when we didn't want to like animate people swimming through water or shit, and just all water was bad in video games. In Antichamber, there's a puzzle where you look up and there's a thing that says "Don't look down," and if you look down, the whole floor disappears. I guess I'm spoiling it right now, but oh well. And you just fall for like ever. It's the scariest fucking thing. That moment was insane. Alright, so bad things happen, bad things happen. Where is the actual... Okay. So can you die in this game? I didn't actually realize that. I need to... get out of here somehow? Oh, okay. I need to wait till you shoot that one. What was the mistake of the source engine? Oh, the loading screens. Yeah. Oh, there's one. Yeah, it's just too bad they couldn't mask them a little better. I think gamers understand a lot of things are loading screens. A lot of games use, like, not to put a weird example, but Skylanders uses intros that you can't skip initially, and that's because those intro cinematics are the loading screen for each level. And then like halfway through it'll let you finally skip it, and that's why. Oh, it's timed? Okay. This one's quite complicated. What? That means Valve can count to 3. I don't... It goes against everything I believe in. Oh! Oh, did I die? Game over. Interesting, it just starts me back here. I got hit in the face with a ball, I guess. That was bad. That was a no-no. That was weird. Just my gun disappears and I kind of crouch slightly down. There's like no actual animation. They need like a Shadowgate screen to just come up and say, "We're sorry, your quest has ended here." Alright, do not walk into the fucking ball, Eric. So where is that thing gonna go now? Did I get it? Oh, first try. Look at that. No, don't switch me now. Alright. Killed, yeah. Yep. Now I know you can actually... I had no idea you can even die in this game. I thought it was just happy-go-lucky puzzles. So I assume this is the orange portal gun then. Rest in peace, says Jededge, I think.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture 2 living portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in subject phone call. Yeah.
The organs and combined incomes. That's messed up. Alright. And then I can just hop through that one, I guess. Come back here, platform. Yeah, it is. I streamed it. I only streamed it once, and I was kind of frustrated the whole time I was streaming it, honestly, which is why I didn't stream it again. Because it's one of those that you really do have to kind of not be stressed about. You need to like just think about shit, and I couldn't do that and stream at the same time. It's pretty trippy. The thing is, it doesn't have any real story to it, and it tries to be almost overly pretentious. Just it gives you like a lot of these little hints and shit that's like, keep trying, and all these little posters and drawing arts, and I don't know. It's an interesting game. I'm glad I played it. It does a lot of cool shit with puzzles and mazes and things and physics, but I don't know, without any kind of like fun story or personality, it didn't really do it for me like this is already doing it for me. I think that really sells it a lot. GLaDOS, I mean. Number 12. 12 of 19.
Fling yourself. Fling into space.
What? I don't know if I ever saw Cube. I don't think I did. Movie. I have to look that one up. I don't understand. Where am I supposed to go? Fling yourself. Oh. I see. You have to look around at your surroundings. Whoops. Damn it. I wonder if you can catch yourself in an infinite, like, dropping down. That'd be freaky. Ah, that's cool. And now we do it again. So I gotta use the blue one, not the orange one. Keep flinging myself downward. I'm gonna giggle every time. Oh, QB. Okay, so gotta angle it up. And now we fling ourselves again. Let's see if that's enough momentum. Then do I need to jump from here? Oh jeez. Oh, I missed. I made it all the way down and then I missed. Whoa. I don't know what just happened. There's QB. I made it. Cubalicious. Oh shit, don't. Oh. That would have been super annoying. I was trying to see if I can like kind of fling it, but you really can't. You just drop. Alright, now I just gotta make it back up there. Can you literally get in a loop where you couldn't like do anything, where you had to quit out of the game though, or can you always like move out of it? I'm sure everybody's fucked with this game so many times, like within a day of it being released. Loading. I'll tell you, the Source engine is one of the most timeless looking engines. Like I said, I played Half-Life 2 last year for the first time, and that game still looks pretty decent. Like, that is an old ass. That game is 10 years old now.
This test could take a very, very long time. If you become
It still looks pretty decent, and obviously Portal looks pretty decent. I don't think we're gonna look that great, but I mean, nothing looks like horribly offensive either.
With peptic cell and adrenaline.
He's it ages very well, I guess I'm trying to say. Oh, ah. The fact that you can see yourself is kind of trippy as hell. I wonder if you can always make clones, infinite clones somehow. This is all just a prequel to The Prestige, isn't it? Alright, now we're getting somewhere. This is... I love it when you first walk into like a Zelda-style room or dungeon and you just see like the grand puzzle in front of you and you just start salivating. Agreed. Well thought out art style can last for a while. You know, Dot, I never actually played the first Half-Life, and I never played any of that series. I always thought they were creepy games, which Half-Life 2 is much more action than creepy. There's some creepy sections in it, but obviously I could handle it now. But then I still don't like too creepy of games either. I can't do like Dead Space or Silent Hills or any of those. Too scary, but Half-Life is not. That was my only problem with it. Ravenholm is still super freaky though. Should not go to Ravenholm. This is true. Whoopsie. Game is done well, it does last a while. But there are certain art styles that I think... I mean, obviously we have those nostalgic games that kind of regardless we can always go back and play. If you personally, you know, if that game had a big effect on you when you were growing up, you're always going to be able to dig that game, I think. But there are those that are also just... that hold up way better. And I think SNES era holds up really well. Oh, look at that. Hit the damn switch, because I'm awesome. Now, how do I do 2 switches? Or question, do I have to do both of them at the same time? Oh, yes I do. I can use myself physically as one, but that's... Nostalgia goggles, that's a good way of putting it. Wait, what is that? Is that a cube in there? What am I looking at? Why are you fucking with me already, game? We're still in the intro. Link to the Past. I never did either, but I did beat the 3DS game, which is a lot like it, I guess. Am I... Let's see. Dustdock, have you played the 3DS one, Link Between Worlds? It's super good.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
Sure can. You destroy the shit out of those. Alright, so I need a second cube. I don't know how to acquire said cube. Unless... Oh. Should get a 3DS. Last year alone was a great year for 3DS. I only got 3 games. I actually got my 3DS last year. I only played 3 games, and all 3 were my top 10 last year. I must have to use this cube again. But how does one... Okay, it's because I have to put a blue portal down here, take off the cube, and I no longer need your door because I have fucking portals. Boom! Boom! Game, think you're smarter than me? Careful, careful. Fire, yeah, so the 3 games I played on 3DS last year. And yeah, Dusttalk, I respect the PC gamingness also. That's primarily what I do as well. But Pokemon Y is when I played Fire Emblem Awakening and Legend of Zelda.
You will be missed.
All 3 were banner games for that system. Amazing. And games that I can't play on PC, so I did it, Mr. Guyface. Yay! I'm the best around. Yeah, I'm actually surprised by how much I love the 3DS. I say that, but I actually haven't played it in like 2 months. I plan on getting Shovel Knight for it and playing that. But kind of was waiting for Smash Brothers, and then that got freaking delayed till October, where every other game is coming out in. Holy crap. But otherwise, not as many games coming out this year for 3DS that I'm interested in.
Must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
600 hours in a Pokemon. Holy mother of crap. That is impressive. I really liked the latest Pokemon, the 3DS. I mean, obviously the 3D was really cool. I thought it was too easy. Like the XP share and the fact that they had like every Pokemon in there, so you naturally kind of grind it a little more. And I never needed. That was a very anti-chamber thing right there. I never needed more than like 1 or 2 Pokemon for each gym, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, they're kind of easy games anyway. They're more targeted towards kids. At least the actual story campaign is. But it was like exceptionally easy. Emulators. I remember when emulators first came on the scene. I was in 8th grade, and it's all anybody talked about because you could suddenly play and download NES, Genesis, and Super Nintendo games, which at that point was only a generation removed. Implying my age somewhat. But holy shit, we were crazy about it. Like, that was absolutely incredible. You could play all these old games, and like the nostalgia was just off the chain. Can't use portals on any. Oh, I can there. In fact, using the rule of inertia, can I jump? Pokemon MMO. I never. Oops. That's not gonna work. I never played any of those like side Pokemon games either. Hey, you're older than me. I turned 30 in a little less than a month. All the emulator. Yeah, I had a friend of mine who was big into it, and at one point he just gave me. This was back before like USBs and stuff. So it was a stack of CDs with every like game. It had like every Nintendo, every Super Nintendo, every Genesis like sorted, and I just looked at that like. I remember that being a dream when I was a kid. Like, I could have been like, man, what if I could have every game? And I did. And then the novelty quickly wears off because you're like, yeah, there's like 20 really cool games. There's a lot of really shitty ones. Oh, I didn't do it quite high enough, I guess. There we go. Like these little office pictures, that's cool. So where, so I'm supposed to put a ball in here, I don't, oh, I guess putting that down will put the ball somewhere. Come here, you. That's true too, yeah, controllers were tricky and weird. Everybody had like bulky ass versions of PS2 controllers or something. Yeah, playing on a keyboard was not fun. I'll tell you, that's the only way I beat some of the games that was using that save state thing. Which was such a cheap ass thing to do, but man, when you're fighting really hard boss fights and you can just suddenly save your game. Why the hell would I do that when I can do this? It's the game like, hey, remember old style platforming? You want to do that, right? Nope. Fuck, I'm gonna do this without dying. Oh, I see the problem. I immediately see the problem. Yeah, one of my favorite games on Genesis was Wonder Boy and Monster World. That was very much a Metroidvania style game. That game's end boss is the most frustrating. Like, the entire room's a death room with like moving conveyor belts and spikes on one side, and there's dudes throwing missiles. It's just like the worst thing ever. Hey, I take advantage of the portals. And I save stated my way through that final boss fight. And I was just thinking the whole time, like, there was no way I'd be able to legitimately beat this game. Don't die. Okay, so I still need to do the blue one over here. I remember the last time I actually did emulator was PS1, and that's because I owned PS1 games before I ever bought a PlayStation 1. And I remember specifically literally putting PS1 discs in my computer and then running it off an emulator. And eventually I got a PS1 finally. That's how I played Chrono Cross. But I got about 3/4 to the game, and then I ran into a boss whose special power was to crash my emulator. It was so sad.
Very, very good. A complimentary victory lift has been activated in the main chamber.
Symphony Night is amazing. That's on XBLA too. I was one of the many people that bought that, played a little bit, and then didn't actually go back to it. It was the Black Dragon. Holy fucking shit. Are you serious right now? Oh, yeah. That is impressive. That is very impressive. I must have mentioned this like all the time.